How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the James Loud Podcast. Today, our special guest is Barney from Green Dawg. We were at the network show together on a panel, and I'm so glad to have you in the studio. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
Dude, thank you for making it down. Thanks for making it up. Literally, you made the drive up.
Yeah, it's a drive I do a lot, so it's not too hard. I know my way around. Like, the chargers are nice. It's real easy.
So Green Dawg. Tell me about Green Dawg.
Let's start with Keegan and Drew are like the guys behind Green Dawg. That's our two founders. Keegan does most of the growing. Drew does pretty much everything else. I'm blessed. I'm the VP of sales, so I get to run everything front facing from there.
Yeah.
The company's based in Sacramento. I think we grow some of the best weed in the world. I'm not going to say the best weed in the world because I think that's a weird thing to say when you respect everybody and what you do.
It's very subjective, right?
Everybody has their own thing.
Especially at that level.
Yeah, I tell everybody, like, if you're going to ask who the best of the best is, we're in the group.
Yeah.
And, like, very, very proudly. The two guys are from Vermont. They came out here years and years and years ago. Same two guys, same group, same people, always working hard, always making it happen.
Wow.
And it's just an obsession for cleanliness and an obsession for what we like.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we all like the same things.
Quality.
Yeah, and gas.
Quality and gas. I love that. Yeah, I love that.
We really like gas.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
me too. I'm a big fan of gas. I like candy too. Don't get me wrong. I love a good candy. I love a good lemon. I love a good gas. But especially there's this affinity to gas where it brings back memories from childhood.
There's where you started matters.
Yeah.
And like I started with Kush.
Nice.
And like Kush is what I will chase till the day that I die.
Cat piss.
Yeah, skunk one.
Yeah.
I'm a little younger, I think. I don't, not to disclose, but right. Maybe not.
But skunky. You had skunky weed?
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah,
skunky, funky, and OGs?
I'm 41, so
I'm 48, so not that different.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I got to California in 2002. And prior to that, it was just everything we could find in Hawaii.
Wow. But they had good weed in Hawaii.
It's age-based, though.
Yeah.
And no one talks about it. But it's age-based. If you're 14, they're not giving you good weed.
Wow.
If you're 22, they'll give you maybe. You're not getting really good stuff to your 40s.
Wow.
And then like 50s, 60s is when like you're finally finding someone that's got something that they weren't telling you about.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I remember getting weed from Hawaii when I was a kid that was epic. Maui Wowie, that was like this velvety green bud. I could still describe the exact way that it felt. It was like moist, the stem snapped, but it was like almost like it was moist bud, but it smoked amazing. It was super strong, and it was like this neon velvety green.
Interesting. So I never really got to try what I would consider Hawaii weed.
Wow. Because
I grew up during Operation Green Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
So when everything was getting ripped down, with everything getting taken, that's when we were growing up. So it's when everything from California, from Canada, all the BC, all that stuff was coming in.
Oh, wow.
So like I know I smoked a lot of Hawaii weed, but there was no way to differentiate the two.
Right.
We just, I was also young.
Right.
Like I got here when I was 17.
Nice.
So, I had
It's a good time to come to the Bay Area when you're 17, though.
I mean, I was in LA.
Yeah.
I was
or in California.
Yeah, I was I always joke. We were OG and Kush people in LA. There wasn't cookies down there that much.
Literally, OG was the epicenter for OG. Literally, LA, I remember back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, you could go to dispensaries, and some dispensaries would have 20 different types of OG. Like literally. And they were different too. It's not like it was just renamed. It was literally different batches, different genetics. LA loved Kush.
Loved it. I still do. Like to this day, I hunt Kush.
Most of my friends from LA love Kush too. Like Cannabis Brothers. Those guys.
Oh yeah, Payaso.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, if you don't, I don't understand you. I think what you grow up with matters. It's why, like politely, all the people from Hawaii like rice.
Yep. Well, not everybody likes really strong weed, but if you like really strong weed, Kush should be really strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
But the culture was that, right? Like the way I explain the best Kush is just like, I couldn't see when I exhaled.
That's what's up though.
When I took a good bong rip, I was exhaling like, if I could get my eyes open, it wasn't the one.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to legitimately shut my eyes mid-exhale.
No cough, but.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it in your face. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And like a lot of people don't know.
Right.
And like I ask a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, like the OG, I'm like, how old are you? Like, what do you mean? Like, it matters.
Yeah.
For my personal opinion, I think most of the best Kushes were gone by 2008.
I think it got watered down for sure. But there was still people that definitely had, if you were in the right circles.
There were still killers.
There were still killers,
question. But like for the regular person,
Yeah.
Kush was gone.
Yeah.
It was already watered down.
I don't know if it was ever really there for the regular person. I mean, there might be places you could access it if you're a regular person, but it's always been like the inner circle gets the best stuff.
True. I mean, I just had this conversation with Ether actually at the network show.
Nice.
Where we had never met. And I was like, hey, 20 years ago, you were my Kush guy.
Wow.
And he was like, bullshit. I was like, no, you were my Kush guy.
Yeah.
I got it from Cole.
Crazy.
And he's like, oh, you smoke the best batches in the world. I was like,
wow.
I knew I did. Like, I knew it in my heart that I did.
Nice.
And like, you can see it in my face. I can't get over it. I still think about it. It's why I work where I work.
So when you describe your favorite type of OG, because there's lots of different flavor profiles with OG, some are earthy, some are piney, some are citrus. What's your favorite combination?
I'm going to use the illegal word that nobody like. I like that like earthy sweet.
Yeah. You like heavy pine too, like pine needles?
Yes.
Or some of them are real piney, you know?
So the piney part for me is good, but I feel like I've lost the piney part because that's what everybody's been chasing these last few years.
Right.
So all the OGs we're getting are really heavy in the piney recently. So like for me,
the Billy Kimber.
Yeah, you know, like it's all coming that way now, but nothing has been what I want it to be.
Yeah.
There was a blueberry skunk that came out years ago from Maven.
Mm-hmm.
There was the first batch of White Tahoe cookies from Cream of the Crop, which wasn't White Tahoe cookies.
Right.
That was just so close.
Yeah.
And it was like, this doesn't make any sense with what you're saying. I was like, that's because I'm chasing something that doesn't exist anymore. I'm just remembering little parts of it when I see it.
Right. Well, we got it out of tissue culture from Ricky Palomino. We also got a Mad Dog cut. We've got the Hollywood cut. I got a bunch of OGs because I also love OGs. And so we've got a bunch of different cuts that we've been experimenting with. Part of the problem is LED lights. I feel like CMH and HPS are going to get better expressions, but the CMH even better than LED, even better than HPS. That CMH is and you know who told me that? Is Brian from Vital. And I feel like so many of the guys trying to grow it under LED, they're missing the mark.
So 1,000% agree on the LED part.
Yeah.
My only thing is I feel like CMHs really didn't start till like 06, 08.
Right.
So like the Kushes that I know are single-ended Hortiluxes.
Yeah. That's probably the ticket, you know, for if you want to get that exact expression. But I think the CMH does a good job. The stuff that Brian's bringing me from Vital is epic. You know, it's epic. It's the $500 an ounce OG.
Yeah, I mean, I paid $30 a gram almost the whole way up.
Yeah. That's insane.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I have no shame in the game. Occasionally I get it for $4 for $100.
Yeah.
But like I do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you brought my Kush to me, I'm good. I'll pay for it. I love it. I think about it. I chase it as how other drug addicts chase their drug. This is mine.
What do you think about OG rosin?
I've only had 3 or 4 that I like.
Same.
I am very spoiled. I spent a fair amount of time with Bobby Trill.
Yeah.
And we grow a fair amount of OG. So we did a collab. We've done a few things together, but a few of the things that we've had have been out of this world.
Nice.
Like just out of this world.
Yeah.
So
it's a hard one to hit though. I think it's even harder to hit than the flower. And I love a good OG flower. I love good OG rosin. I love gas. Even Gorilla Glue done right. Gorilla Glue is epic.
Oh, I mean, Blueprint had a couple of Gorilla Glue crosses that were absolutely out of this world a few years ago that were just shaking the world. My sentence I use for OG is everyone has their own OG.
Yeah. Well, we got a Crippy too that's like an OG. It's as gassy as an OG. It doesn't have the pine, but it definitely has the earth, definitely has a little bit of the citrus, and it looks like the structure of an OG, but with thin leaves. And SF Canna produces it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's wild, but it has those pine cone buds that are like pine cone shaped nuggets.
Huh. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. Because I remember I've heard about this on the show actually. It's the one you guys called like looks like Skunk Dog.
Yeah. That's the one that Fletch thought it was Skunk Dog, but I also have Skunk Dog now. So we're growing them side by side. They fingerprint differently. So like literally you can test them. They're different cultivars. They're very similar, but they're definitely not the same. At least but who knows? The name doesn't mean anything anymore, right? Because it's like you look at Phylos and they did a study. There's 97 things that are called different things that are genetically OG Kush, right? So like there was some that showed up as wedding cake, right? But it was just OG Kush genetically.
Okay.
And so what people see as the name, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, unless it's like us and they're like, or you know the breeder or you know somebody who's verified it, There's so many things. I think a lot of people are relabeling Blue Dream as a bunch of other things because it yields really well. Although they should just call it Blue Dream because I feel like Blue Dream is the number one SKU.
Once again heard that on the pod. I was dying laughing.
Yeah.
Absolutely losing it because you can't convince people to grow Blue Dream. Like you can beg them and they won't do it.
Yeah. So they got to call it something else. But I feel like in certain markets, it's also the most popular thing. It's what Justin Bieber wants to smoke.
I mean, shout out to the Biebs.
Yeah.
Like, I can't hate. My wife loves his wife's lip balm.
Right.
It's a thing. But I mean,
quality is so subjective. Like literally from one person to the next, you're going to find, like, I like green crack. I think green crack is amazing and interesting, but it's something that I can only smoke for a couple days and then I have a tolerance to it and it doesn't even get me high.
Interesting. I mean, like I couldn't smoke piff forever.
No, but I do like a good piff. When it's done right, it has a nice flavor. It smokes good down to the roach, like really good piff.
I just had the really good rosin of it, actually.
Wow.
Out of control. Doja just did a Haley's Comet, which is basically like a piff that's just out of control.
Super strong?
Yeah. I mean, you are sketched out of your brain.
I bet.
It's like Betty Goy. I mean, it is different.
Picking your face in the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, you are just sitting there like, are one of these face hairs thicker than the other ones?
Oh, man.
Like, and you're just, I could not believe it. And that's not something I'm used to.
Right.
Hawaii doesn't have New York strains.
Right.
That's not something I grew up with.
But they do have gas.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up thinking that's all there was.
Wow. Amazing.
I didn't know that there was other flavors and strains. Like when I got to California, pretty much every sentence a custody says came out of my mouth, every single one. Because I was like, oh, strains, like that's bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this. Every single one came out of my mouth because like, I'm from Hawaii. I didn't understand that this was this big.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward 20 plus years, you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, you saw it go from green to purple for a minute with GDP, back to green. Well, green, and then there was like cookies, and then green, and then the gelatos and the Sunset Sherbet gelatos, they came in and everything had to be purple candy gas. What's your opinion on that?
I missed the first purple. I missed the purple that like,
it was good.
It wasn't really it was good that like you had to lie to yourself that like they iced the room down or like, there was some like they froze the room out. That's the only way they got it this dark. Cause like there was just weird purple genetics back in the day and just strange, interesting things that I remember getting in foil.
Yeah. Foil packs.
Yeah. Like I can just like see the colors in my brain right now. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's purple. Can you believe it's because for Hawaii, same thing. Purple was always like once the purple wave hit.
Yeah.
If you had perps, we're good. I'll pay anything. Like, I'm ready. Let's do it.
It's so wild that that's a quality indicator.
That continues to change though, right? Like, and I think as much as I want to act on my high horse of knowing, like, color has mattered in every phase of this, where like, when distillate first came out, when all of these things come out, oh, it's, it's lighter, it's better. And then CRC comes and now everybody's like, oh, it's too light.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
CRC ruined it for the light. Yeah,
it's too light now.
Yeah.
So,
no flavor and light.
Yeah, I mean, and now sometimes like
Oreos
dark is
the
good.
Same way. Yeah, Oreos was the same way. I mean, super white, super frosty.
I mean, Oreos is like Voldemort, man. That's like
cardboard turps.
That's like who you must not be named. Like, no one wants to admit who had Oreos and what. Like,
right. People living off Oreos. There was some people that did really well with Oreos, but I never liked it. I thought it looked amazing, and it looked amazing on Instagram. And then once I got it, I was like, dude, this stuff doesn't smoke. And same thing with Purple Punch. Just big letdowns.
So I definitely went through a phase. Oh, this is bad to say out loud, but I don't care. Where I loved Purple Punch.
Really? You loved smoking it?
I loved it for a while because like it was just so new and weird and kind of gross. But like I just wanted different at that time in my life. And
well, I wanted it to taste good. And I'd smoke these big joints of it, right? And the initial taste was almost like you got a flavor. And then by the second or third hit, the flavor was gone and it was just smoking weed.
So I'm very lucky. I've never been a joint guy.
Yeah.
I'm a bong guy through and through. So for me, what Purple Punch was just so enjoyably fun to like look at, to light on fire, to smoke. Like it was easy.
Even the rosin's
smoke.
okay. The rosin's okay. I don't have any problem with the Purple Punch rosin. It's not the best, but it's definitely got terps.
Like Purple Punch rosin, for some reason that makes my skin crawl.
Yeah.
That's where I fall into the category of everybody else where Purple Punch is gross. But even for like, there's a lot of rosins that I shouldn't love that I do.
Yeah.
Like the ones that just burn my absolute face out.
Sure.
Where like my nostrils are cooking. I almost can't breathe. And I'm like, yo, can we do that again?
Wow. Like the GMOs are even more foul.
No, it's not, it's almost not even like a foul thing. It's like
Not offensive.
It actually is burning.
Oh, wow.
But it's so consistent that like if I give that exact terp to somebody, like for instance, Trilogy just put out a citric acid.
Yeah.
That like every person I've given it to, I just look at them and I go, right here.
Yeah.
Because
the nostril
it's not
burn.
harsh.
Yeah.
But that nostril, you can feel it. Like I had a friend of mine who smelled it. He goes, it smells like chlorine.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not supposed to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But it is.
Totally.
I think also the flavor chasing, we're going to get lost.
Yeah.
Because like if we just keep wanting new things, like you're going to taste and grow stuff just to get there. Like look at Michelin star food now. It's wild.
Well, we need to go in. Well, I believe that we should explore everything, right? Especially with cannabis and terps and flavor. Let's keep going. Let's keep. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Is my opinion. Like I want to taste red beer. I want to taste green tea. I want to do all the flavors that would be popular in Thailand and China. And let's go explore those because you know they exist.
It's just there's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much.
It can be overwhelming, right? It can be overwhelming. And the thing is like the problem right now is instant gratification. Everyone they want it right now. And then 3 months later, it's not popular anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Good time to explore stuff.
But like over access is a thing as well.
Yeah.
Like I think we've gotten really bad at specialization.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can switch so easily. You can try new things so easily now. Like we're not going to have the same level of food trucks in the future.
You know why OG was so good is because back in the day, the guys that grew OG were monocropping. That's all they would grow. Now it's like they're mixing it in with other stuff. Literally, my friends that grew Bubba, that's all they grew. They grew Bubba Kush, right? The guys that grew OG, I grew OG for a little bit and I'd mix it in. I was growing a lot of different things. But like a lot of the stuff we did was monocropping where we would perfect it over multiple runs.
We grew just OG for years. It was called Arts OG. Yeah. I don't know if you ever had Arts OG,
heard the name,
but like that's what we ran forever.
Yeah.
It was like, where'd it come from? I was like, art.
Yeah.
Armenian guy, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like it's not super complicated, but I agree. I think the ability to continually change because it's just one thing that you're staring at. And part of it is you get bored. Part of it is you get stoned and you're just looking at it and you're like, what if I tried this?
Right.
Also, like, no one's using Moab anymore. You know what I mean? Like
dark energy either. I like dark energy.
There's some of these products that just don't. They're not legal, so no one has them. So like, some of this is like bring the PGRs back.
I never really used. I used natural PGRs. That was it. But I used dark energy. That was my favorite, all-time favorite. I think we got some of the best terps and the best flavor from Sea Kelp.
I've still, like we said on the way in, I've never grown a batch of weed that I was extraordinarily proud of. All of my favorite weed I've ever had in my life was grown by other people.
Right.
So like I can't speak to what made my favorite Kush great.
Sure.
I got it from a guy who got it from a guy, and I just paid an
paid
astronomical amount for it.
Totally.
But it's the part that I love of what I get to do now. I get to be in grows. I get to see all this stuff. I get to learn all these things, and I don't have to have spent 25 years learning how to grow. I haven't had to spend the 10,000 hours to get warmed up.
Sure.
I get to spend my 10,000 hours in the part that I love.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of the legal market is we can all be in our own lanes and we don't have to do everything. I used to make hash back in the day. We were electricians, we were plumbers. We had to do everything. Carpentry. We used to build these crazy grows out, these, closet grows to garage grows to warehouses. And we pretty much did everything ourselves. Now, everything is kind of like I stay in my lane. I don't do cultivation. I'm a breeder. I do genetics. I love that. I love that guys can be sales guys exclusively and work with companies. And I think there's a lot of hate on recreation right now. And I think some of the BM guys, and there's a lot of suffering in the industry. Just overall in California, there's overproduction. The price has fallen out. But I think right now we're going through, like 2025 was a tough year, but I feel like 2026 is going to be better. 2027 has the potential to be better. And we go through bad times, we go through good times. We're going to go through bad times again and good times.
I'm I'm biased. I had a kid in 2025, so like I had a great year in 2025.
That's amazing.
I got none of the sad face. I got none of it. Was it a hard year? Yeah, it's always a hard year though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is what we do.
Right. This industry's tough. It's meant for tough people.
And it was way harder before.
Yeah.
Like I know everybody's like, well, but the money back then. I was like, yeah, the money was cool, but like, I was terrified.
Yeah.
Like having to exist in the world. Like, you know, we had grows in Big Bear to try and keep it cold enough so I didn't have to run up electricity bills.
Right.
Like just, you know, people were burying grows in the ground in the middle of the desert. Like, I think it's better now still. Like, I get direct deposit.
Yeah. Well, now they're opening up banking completely. It's going to be open for us. Right. So
is that true?
I believe, yeah, it will be for sure. I mean, with Schedule 3, it's gonna open the path for banking for everybody. So we'll see. Maybe it won't, but I believe that it will.
Okay. I mean,
I believe, you know, and then 280E being gone, that's great. You know, I mean, there's a bunch of things that potentially are going to be extremely beneficial for this industry where it is going in the right direction, depending on the perspective.
I agree. I think it's definitely going in the right perspective. I think part of the issue, especially with the 280E part, is like we've lost a lot of the really good people already. Yeah,
a lot of them. This last year, I lost a lot of friends in this industry that decided they're going to go do something else, real estate and a bunch of other things. You know, and it's sad. You know, I interview a lot of people on my show, so we do 52 podcasts a year, and literally, I think it's been the toughest year, at least from an interviewing perspective, in the last 5 years. I've been doing podcasts for about 5 years now, since 2020. On this show for 3 years, but like, I think I've seen the most sad people with the sad stories, especially from the Emerald Triangle. And I really love focusing on the Emerald Triangle. I believe that they need the light on them more than anybody else right now. Although, you know, everybody needs the light on them to a degree. And I feel like the people that have been here a long time, they deserve a place in this world. And I feel like some of that's going away for people, but if you really believe in it and you really love it, there's potential to do stuff in this industry still.
I mean, it's competitive in every industry.
Yeah.
People love everything. That's the beauty of human nature.
Sure.
So, I mean, I agree for the triangle. I've said this in the past. One of my things that I do dislike about myself is that I don't plan a trip every year to go stay at an Airbnb up there.
Right.
To go just inject some money into the community.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's, you know, something that should become, I think it's half my fault, half the triangle's fault. Like there should be more places built around having nice experiences.
There will be. And I see, just from interviewing people on my show, Soul Spirit, they basically have a glamping spot, you know, and I think there's several places that are going to have that experience, like the winery, where you get to go meet the farmer, you get to taste, potentially order product at their facilities or at their grows. And so direct-to-consumer sales, whether it has to be through a distro, there's certain ways you can do it.
Oh, it's super easy, actually. That's cake.
Yeah.
Because you can just do a delivery platform.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the one part.
iPad.
This is where I come in, right? Like for what my expertise is, right? Like once that thing gets a metric tag and it's in a little jar or a little bag, like that's my part of this. So like we were really lucky that part of the rule exists actually. Because it helps serve a ton of communities that didn't have dispensaries.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you can load up a delivery van, build a menu off of what's in the delivery van, and basically use that delivery van as a distro.
It's amazing.
So that way you can take it to Idlewild. You can take it to Tehachapi. You can take it to all these other places that like...
Access. Everyone deserves accessibility, right? I think access is so important. I mean, I think that's kind of why we're all here, is to have access. I think that everybody who wants cannabis should have access everywhere, not just in California, but everywhere. And I think some of those things, we're moving in the right direction, not fast enough for some people, but it's been a slow process.
I mean, of course, we're trying to change the world. If it happened in a day, most of us would have gotten left behind. Some of us are fairly stubborn.
That wave is way too big to happen in a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's too big now.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point that's been proven is everybody's made it a little bigger than it needed to be.
Right. Well, the network show. So we were at the network show on a panel together. That was one of the best panels I've ever done.
That was a blast.
Yeah, that was a great panel, great guests, great insight. And just the show overall, I would say it was the best show I went to in the States last year.
Hard to argue. I have a great time at every network shows, and like I know that I'm biased, so I don't want to
Sure.
push one way or the other. Because like I all transparency, I built my career at Hall of Flowers.
Yeah.
But I live in Southern California. Network show is Southern California based.
Yep.
I get to see all of my closest friends and be with all of my favorite people in a wonderful and beautiful environment.
Right.
And like that panel was an absolute riot.
Yeah.
Just because it was what I would consider some of the top, like, we are very comfortable with who we are people in the space.
Yeah. I think it was very authentic. Everybody was their authentic selves. And, I think it was set up really well. I love the backdrop. The weather was nice. Everything about it was great.
The backdrop was incredible. I love yours. Don't get me wrong.
For sure.
But like,
we're bringing it down to the High Supply Show. So we'll be down at the High Supply Show. We're going to bring the studio down, not this part of the studio, but the back studio. We're going to set it up down there. We're going to be doing interviews.
I love this.
So yeah, I'm excited about it.
You should be. That's an awesome experience. Like I did random interviews at a Catalyst pop-up event, and it was some of the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Just getting to talk to like-minded people, especially from different generations, different eras of cannabis, is so enjoyable. I don't think people get to talk to the different eras enough.
I don't. And I think the more we talk with each other, we can work through problems, but we can also kind of get different perspective of the industry and how to be successful. But yeah, it was great seeing so many people at the network show. And I love Hall of Flowers too. Don't get me wrong. I think Hall of Flowers is an amazing show. I think as far as B2B, Hall of Flowers is great. I like Hall of Flowers better than MJ Biz, although MJ Biz has its place too. I go to MJ Biz every year. I do a big party there. And then the best show internationally is Mary Jane. And if you haven't been to Mary Jane, you need to go to Germany, to Berlin in June.
My wife was extremely pregnant this Mary Jane, so I was not able to make it.
Yeah.
But my whole team was out there. We had a great time. Everything was spectacular. I'm planning on being there this year.
Yeah.
So I can't believe, from what I've heard, Berlin looked like.
It was insane.
And, I'm coming from a bunch of people who live the same life as me and speak the same words and see things through the same scope. So, like, I obviously trust all of you guys. So I'm overwhelmingly excited at the idea.
Yeah. I mean, it was just an amazing thing with so many people. And to have it that well organized and to have it that big. And I feel like just the energy was right. And it's like, I can't wait till this year coming up in June. I'm looking forward to getting on the plane, going over there. The only way you're going to lose is if you don't go.
I love it. Are you guys setting up a booth or like
we have
the
a
whole
booth
thing?
we're going to do with Grove again. We work with Grove, and so we do a collaboration. I do interviews. We're making another mini documentary. I'm doing a boot camp on the day before Mary Jane starts. So we're going to have a 1-day boot camp. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What's the boot camp?
So boot camp, we're going to do a breeding boot camp where I talk about breeding, but we'll have cultivators talking about cultivating. I'm trying to get maybe Nick T to come and talk about extraction, and we get everybody together. We were going to do it in Brazil last year, and so we're pivoting to Mary Jane this year, and it should be a lot of fun.
That's going to, Brazil is beautiful, but Mary Jane, the whole world's going to be there. So
yeah. Well, and then I'll probably do a dinner party because that's my new thing. Right. So there's these big dinner parties. I love cooking for my friends. I love meeting new people and cooking for them. There's just something special about sharing food with your friends.
Oh, agreed. I have 3 requirements for my sons. They have to be able to cook, fight, and dance.
Yeah.
If you can do those 3 things, daddy's happy.
Nice. In that order.
Don't care.
Yeah.
As long as those are the 3 requirements.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but when I was a kid, my dad was not the most understanding human.
Yeah.
And as I got older and partook in the things that I partook in, it got less understanding as time went on. And as the years went by, one day I asked my father, and I was like, hey, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, we live in Hawaii. It's not that stressful. It didn't need to be like this. And he goes, in reality of where our family's from, like, I imagine if you got picked up and dropped in a foreign country with nothing, would you survive?
Yeah.
And like, yes, I would. At this point of where he's put, my life and all the things, yes, that'd be fine. So I understand, my family's from North Korea. So like understanding why he is the way he is from how my grandfather was, like totally makes sense.
Right.
So when he asked me like, well, what are you going to do for your kids? I was like, cook, fight, and dance.
Nice.
And he just looks at me like, are you the stupidest person on earth? And I looked at him, I was like, you don't get it, do you? And he's like, no, I don't get it. And I was like, my dad doesn't cook. My dad doesn't fight, nor does my father dance.
Yeah.
He can grill, don't get me wrong. But like, that's not really like his repertoire.
So if you learn how to cook at a young age, if you learn how to cook professionally, you can go anywhere in the world and work, for one thing. That's one of the biggest things, is like just like nursing. And I feel like cultivation is going to be like that in the very near future. You'll be able to go anywhere and get a job. If you know how to grow, you can go anywhere in the world and get a job. Just like cooking, you can go work, even if you had to work as a dishwasher, but getting cook pay is better than dishwasher pay.
Oh, 1,000%. It's a skilled trade versus a non-skilled trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to our grow team in New Jersey, but like he's a guy from out here.
Yeah.
Because he has a skill set that not many people have.
Sure.
So he was able to move to a different part of the country, live a completely different life, and absolutely take off and explode.
Grow at scale, kill it.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Just kill it.
Well, you guys are Olympics finalists.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are.
And then we just won Olympics for Best Gas.
Right.
And then right before that, we had won Best OG for Proper Smoke League.
You guys did. It's really cool.
Very proud of it. Shout out to the, Bobby Trill and their team over there because, genetics make a lot of things go round.
Right.
We'd be
a
amiss without making sure that we shout out our people.
For sure.
But we're really lucky. Keegan does an incredible job.
I get to judge the Olympics for the first time, and the judges kit was epic. There was a lot of amazing stuff. There was some other stuff that was mixed in, but like the top entries were just extremely special.
I was not allowed to judge the kits this round. I judged last year. I didn't get the judge kit this year.
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen it. Just because like a few things we put in didn't make it. A few things we put in did.
Sure.
We really wanted to like see what the competition was and all these things. But the Olympics, I think, is the best competition in the game.
Me too. I agree.
Hands down. I think they picked the right judges. I think they work with all the right teams. I think they really put the effort in. Even on the hash side, they really make a giant effort to put in I want to say like new level. Cause like, I got a backpack when I was a judge, which was like a cooled backpack with like custom ice packets for every single tier of the rosin.
Super sick.
So like everything came in perfect condition in like this cool backpack that I'll keep forever.
Yeah.
And like, it made me want to judge again. It made me take my flower judging the next year so seriously.
Yeah.
And I think just holding everybody to that standard, finding the right people that hold to that standard is going to change the world.
I think when you have kits like that, people will take it more seriously. I got a tote that was like custom tote. They had the Olympics logo on foam board on the top and like 110 entries.
Oh, Lord.
So there was a lot of entries, and you only have, I think, 5 or 6 weeks. Right. And so we had, maybe it was a little bit longer, but it was like, I took my time with it. I wanted to go through each entry, make sure that everybody had their chance. We rolled them up. I worked with Ray Bama. We went through a bunch of stuff together. He's one of my good friends. So like we met on the podcast through a mutual friend, and, he's got a good palate, and we really friggin' went through everything multiple times looking at it. But then really the test is smoking. At the end of the day, doesn't matter what it looks like to me as much as how does it smoke? How does it burn? I don't think it has to have perfect white ash every time, but I really want the flavor. I really want to see how it burns in the paper. All those things are important.
I consider myself a fairly important judge just because I don't roll joints for judging.
Yeah.
I use bongs.
That's really hard to do in my opinion.
It's
for judging.
The problem for me when I talk about this is like, I set off every single joint person in the world. Their brains just instantly start to tremor. But then I ask, like out of the majority of our people who buy our flower, a lot of them smoke out of bongs and pipes.
They do.
So like consumers' final way of consuming, we're just going to completely disregard.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense because there is good weed that smokes out of a bong that smokes terrible out of a joint.
For sure.
And I've had terrible weed that's like, this is the best weed ever in a joint. And I hit out of a bong and it's atrocious.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, it's like because certain things can't hit certain temperatures without getting really, really harsh and horrible.
Yeah. Certain terps just go away if you hit them with too much heat.
And it's just a different style versus like some flower is really, really resilient to heat. Where like the hotter you can get it, the better it burns. So like turtle pie in a blunt smokes 10 times better than it does in a joint.
Yeah.
It's just.
I do love a good turtle pie.
I mean.
Shout out to Turtle.
Shout out Turt, right? Like, I mean, I'm staying at his house tonight.
Nice.
Shout out Turtle. But for me, I think that the reason I think my input, or if they have a bong person on that group, matters because it's a different style of smoking.
Right.
If everyone's tasting the same terps, everyone's rolling it the exact same way. Great. We all voted for the exact same reasons. Like,
well, and I feel like with joints, you get one opportunity because I rolled it all up in each one. Right. So like I rolled them all the same size pretty much as long as it was there. But like you have one opportunity to judge it. With bongs, you can judge it. You can go through them and then go put them against each other. There's enough to where like you can really dive into each one and doing side-by-side comparisons. But you got to take a lot of bong rips.
It took me a long time. Like, to be honest, I'm somewhat stoked on this Olympics team for not giving me the big box.
Yeah.
Because 110 would have taken me all 6 weeks where I would have had to stop smoking other weed.
Right.
And one of my favorite lines is like, like you can't just smoke for fun anymore.
Sure.
I do all the time, but like, that's the idea.
You have to take it more seriously. We all do.
It's it's a lot of smoking.
Yeah. Well, we're constantly trying new flavors and new things coming down. And a lot of people give me flower and want my feedback. So it's the same thing. It's like, I take it pretty serious.
Yeah. I mean, I smoke one strain personally for what I smoke at home.
Yeah.
I don't stray from it very much. Which is D1. Yeah, it's our sour. It's like our sour OG.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect for me.
Yeah.
Cerebrally, it sends me to an absolute another level. I'm dancing in my car every time I'm going somewhere.
Right.
I don't really get tired on it. If I smoke enough of it, it'll knock me out. If I smoke right in the middle, I'll get sketched out. It can do everything I want, and it may be the smoothest weed I've ever smoked. Wow.
Yeah, and you don't get sick of it. That's pretty special. When you have something that you could smoke every day, all day for the rest of your life, you found a winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big part of why I like when I worked for Blueprint.
Yeah.
Triple Lindy was one of those things that it changes you.
Yep.
I mean, I took the job at Green Dawg because I smoked grits and jam from Turtle Pie.
Yeah.
And like through a bong, I had almost never had anything like that. For my time at Blueprint, we didn't talk about genetics.
Yeah.
So part of my life is that I have refused to learn Blueprint genetics, and until they're on the jar, I will refuse to learn them forever.
Yeah, my friend Kyle did a lot of work from Cano Organics up in Washington.
Okay.
He did a lot of work with Blueprint, with Jordan, with genetics. Jordan definitely makes the stuff express.
Yeah, I mean,
really well. He's amazing. He's an amazing cultivator.
He's great.
Checks the boxes. I mean, you guys are all up there together. It's the same facility, right?
No, so they're different facilities. Just like a really close group of like sharing knowledge. So. Right. At one time, I was Green Dawg, Blueprint, Turtle Pie, and Gotti.
Wow.
Right now, I pretty much am still Blueprint, Green Dawg, Turtle Pie, and Gotti.
Nice.
I do my best to moonlight for anything that Mr. Bobby Trill needs because he's just a dear friend of mine.
Sure.
And also, there are worse things in the cannabis space than standing next to that guy.
Right.
The weed's pretty good and the hash is pretty spectacular. So bet. I'm not complaining.
For sure.
Same thing. When you called, I was like, yeah, I can make some time to go check out the Loud facility.
I'm glad you made it up here.
It's great. I mean, I heard your name a lot recently from Brett from California Seed Bank, also a good friend of mine.
He's solid. I really like Brett. He's due up here for the part 2 of his podcast. We didn't even really get into the genetics. He's one of those guys where we talked for an hour and a half and we really didn't dive into his breeding because there's so much of a good backstory with the Grateful Dead and with everything else that we talked about.
There's so much.
With his wife and everything that's going on with her medical and, it's like.
The milk he made and all of the things. Like it's.
Right.
I know what we do is serious and it's really hard, but we got to go enjoy it. I mean, it's, I think, what makes my career so special.
Yeah.
Is I love what I do.
That's what life is all about, finding what you love and doing that, right? Whatever it is, if you love that and it doesn't hurt other people, you should go do that.
As much as you can.
Yeah, as much as you can. Because life is so short. It's like sometimes you do get second chances. There are second chances. There are, opportunities. You're able to go through life. And if you don't like what you're doing, you can do something else. It's like, and that doesn't matter how old you get. When I'm sick of growing or I'm sick of breeding or I'm sick of like any of the stuff that we're doing, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll never get sick of growing in my house, in my backyard, because I love plants. I love watching plants over the summer. We always do reg seeds in the backyard. I'll always do that.
How do you manage the stress?
Well, I feel like
that's the part I can't stand about growing is the stress of being committed to something that I can make such a small mistake on.
I was a chef.
And then it's ruined. So like I worked kitchens my entire life. I can never claim the word chef because I did a lot of prep work and a lot of cleaning. But I was good at it.
The hard stuff is the cooking. being a chef is a manager, right? The term chef means manager. I think it's overused and misused a lot by people that have, the Food Network and other places, they've started turning average people into chefs. Really, a chef is a manager. I'd much rather be a good cook than a good chef. And I think the stress of cooking made me realize that life is too short to be and if you're stressed about stuff, you start making mistakes. But you can have the most stressful situation and know that you're going to be okay. And I think losing everything and starting over, that happens to you a couple of times. You start losing the stress, knowing that, no matter what, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, but the plants won't.
Yeah, but the next crop will be better. And the thing is like, you have to have that mentality where it can't be the instant gratification where it's like, okay, I fucked up this crop, right? Dude, we fucked up stuff on the pheno huts, right? Where we lost 32 lights worth of good flower because one of the lights kicked on at week 5 for a week, right? And so we basically had a re-veg going on. We lost a whole room. Normally, I think a lot of people would be pissed off. It's like one of those things, I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, I realize that we need to fix those mistakes so they don't happen. And you just got to wake up and give it your best. And I feel like if you have that mentality where I'm going to do the best I can today with what I got, you're going to be doing a lot better than if you're worried about, man, I got this, and it starts stacking up. And the pressure, if you let the pressure stack up, that's when you break or when bad things happen.
So mine's not the pressure. I'm cool on all that. That one's fine for me. I just go out there and I look at them. And I just look at the plants and I'm like, there's got to be something wrong. And like, it's just the idea that they can't speak to me or that I can't speak to them.
They do speak.
But you know what I mean? I don't speak the language. It's right. For the...
Yeah, your plants will speak to you. You look at it and they'll look back at you.
I don't know, just under 10 years probably.
Yeah.
Hated it the whole time.
Really?
My brain does not like the repetition, all of the things that make you a great grower.
Yeah.
Can't stand it. But I think it's what makes me a great salesperson.
Yeah.
I like new, wild, different challenges from every angle as often as possible.
Yeah.
Fine tuning drives me nuts.
Yeah. And the best growers are the guys that fine tune.
They're
the guys that are like,
fanatical.
Even the best harvest, they're like, oh, I could try doing this and maybe it'll come out a little better. Like they never find perfection, right? Because it doesn't exist. Thing is we're dealing with something that's alive that has so many micro variables that go on within the plant's life. You can always switch stuff up and you're going to get 10s and then you try it exactly the same and you might not get a 10 that time. You might get a 9.5 or a 9. And then occasionally you might even get like an 8.5. I think it's just a certain mentality and certain type of people. You look at the guys from SF Canada, those guys are crushing it in the grow room because of that same mentality where it's like, it's good, but I could do it better. I feel like the guys that are the growers that are hardest on themselves are the ones that grow the best flower.
Oh, never satisfied.
Yeah.
They're just because it's art for them.
Right.
It's just, now that this is accomplished and whatever this new standard is, I've just learned. I'm just standing at a different pier. Yeah. Seeing new things. And I don't know, I find it wildly commendable because it's such a hard thing for my brain to function and understand.
Right.
I think it's part of the reason that I love weed to such an extensive level is because I failed so epically at growing it myself. Yeah. I do not take the growers for granted. I am absolutely obsessed with every part of the grow facility because it feels impossible to me. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, just grow it at your house. I was like, oh, you have no idea.
Right.
I would change lights. I would put CO2 in. I would change full from hydro over to cocoa back to dirt to
yeah.
I just kept trying instead of doing it, consistently,
right.
Gaining new steps every time.
Changing only one variable.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to change everything.
6 every time. I was the same kid that tried to shoot I thought the reason I wasn't making baskets was because I was holding the ball wrong.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I hadn't practiced. No, of course that couldn't be the reason.
Yeah.
And it shows into who you are as a person later. So now I love cold calling.
Right. Love getting out there.
I just think it's so fun.
Yeah.
I love kicking doors down.
I don't like cold calling. I don't like cold calling particularly.
It feels impossible.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so fun. I mean, I've been with my wife for 19 years. So I think one of my great challenges in my life is making my wife laugh.
That's great.
You know what I mean?
If she can still laugh after 19 years, you're doing something right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's part of the game for me is every day, this woman who's so sick of all of my jokes, that's heard everything that I have.
Yeah.
I'm still I'm going to get her today. You just wait. I'm going to pop out of the corner and do a cute little dance. She's cooked today.
Nice.
And I don't know. I think it's, as you said, there's a place for all of us. Like there's people in front of the camera, there's people behind the camera, there's people growing weed, there's people selling weed, there's people that, I mean, shit, who knew washing was going to be the entire future?
Well, yeah, I mean, you smoke bong rips, but I really see a lot of the flower going away, and most people, they're already doing it. They're gravitating towards joints and carts. Joints, pre-rolls, 1 gram pre-rolls are the number one SKU in California.
1,000%.
Yep.
I mean, it's accessibility. It's, ease. It's
convenience.
cleanliness. It's convenience. It's all of the things that we were taught as good Americans.
Right. Unfortunately. And I think there's still something special about rolling your own joint and take the ritual of rolling a joint and smoking it. Right. But also just taking a bong rip. Those are great. I mean, for me, it's super nostalgic. I still have bongs at the house. I bet I have 30 bongs.
Yeah, I love that. Like, let me know when you're going to the house. I'll come hit them all for you if they've been sitting for a while.
Yeah, literally, dude, I have so many different bongs. So many are just wrapped up because I got an old Iceman one that was made from, I think, probably 2012. I had a bunch of stuff commissioned from different artists. I love the bong experience. I don't like the 6-footers anymore, but when I was younger, we had to have the 4-footer and the 6-footer. And
so I think like for a bong for people to try who don't like bongs, I think something around 30 inches is perfect.
Yeah. With a narrow tube or a wider tube?
44 mil?
Yeah.
Not 50. 50 is too big and 38 is too thin. I think 44 is like the absolute perfect bong size.
Nice.
But like, I don't think you're supposed to fill the entire thing either.
No.
I think you're supposed to use the large bong for what it's for, which is cooling the smoke quickly.
Right.
So you can actually like have a very enjoyable, not harsh experience.
Sure.
Like we did it last night at the Catalyst event, and
nice.
Like the biggest bong, nobody wanted to hit it.
Yeah.
And then one person hit it and was walking around the whole night being like, that's the smoothest one.
Wow.
And so everyone started walking up to hit the big one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I promise it's.
Do you like ice cooled?
So no, I'm terrified from that whole part. I don't know if you've heard of this, but there's a whole time where like ice melting, there's too much humidity. It's going to give you bronchitis.
Sure.
All that liquid's going to get into your lungs. Illadelph made like an entire company off around like glycerin bongs that you could pull it apart and freeze the top half.
Yep.
I love ice still. I still probably do it 2-3 times a year just because I'm an 80s baby. But I do understand why it's bad for me. It's just so cool though, because like also it's fun to clean out the water.
Cool smoke.
But you also get to you clean your bong more often because as the water rises, you just blow the water out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the bongs from 10 or 15 years ago especially had ice catchers in them, or ice traps, where you could put the ice cubes down and it would catch it so that it would cool it down.
They all still do. Just people think that they're splash guards now.
Yeah.
No one really understands what
that's
that
where
hinge
the
is
ice
in there
goes.
for.
Yeah, totally.
Like my car piece is a Roar.
Yeah.
I have a Sheldon Black under the table.
Nice.
I like older style.
You got Mothership?
No, so I was told by a dear friend of mine that one day I'll be given one.
Nice.
And I should wait. I won't say which friend, obviously.
Yeah.
And he didn't say he was going to be the one, but he said like the way motherships work, they are given to you.
Yeah.
So I do have a mothership, but it's not like what I would use as a smoking. It's like one of the original release, like turnover bubblers.
Mm-hmm.
But I have that's like the actual percolator is the mothership writing.
Wow.
But that is, I don't even smoke out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on display in my office.
Yeah.
I hit it once for the guy who gave it to me.
Sure.
Because he told me he wanted to see the old school one where like you heat the banger red hot, fill it with weed.
Yeah.
Flip the banger over, it cooks there, and then you throw a red hot dab on. It's not an enjoyable time, but it is effective.
Like hot knife hits.
Yeah, so I did that for him.
Yeah.
Which he loved, which is actually Sir Doinks a lot. Hey, look at him wearing your shirt. I didn't realize. And he got it from Benson from Panacea.
Nice.
So this is a mothership that's been like sort of handed through the industry.
That's amazing.
I'm never gonna give it up. My children will have this mothership. So sorry everybody that chain's done. But no, I mean I'm always hunting for glass now. Yeah. I think I'm like I have like a responsibility to bongs now. Yeah. I will fight on every platform. I will talk about them everywhere.
Someone's got to.
We have to.
It's a dying art. It's literally a dying art. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people up. I think it should blow up. I mean, if you see it blown up, I don't see it blown up, but I think that's great if it is.
The kids
I think the potential for it. The kids are coming.
The kids are coming.
I love it because when I was a kid, that's what I loved. I loved bong hits. I love rolling joints too, but we had graphics bongs. You know, they're a Bay Area company.
So like we own Pure Glass.
Yeah.
PURE.
Nice.
So I did that. That was like my college thing I did with my friends. And like I was big into heavy glass. I had a PHX. I had roars. I had the whole thing. But like bongs are still the most effective, fastest way to get high.
It's the most cost-effective way to get high.
Yeah, if you are trying to get the job done.
Yeah.
As the most enjoyable way possible. Because you can hit a 1 and get the job done, but that's never enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's just flavor and pain.
Yeah.
But if you are trying to get absolutely tore up, bongs are untouchable.
Right.
And with what Sovereignty's done and some of these other big companies that are out there, like Mobius, they've done Toro, obviously. Like, they've set a new standard and they still have kept a lot of the old style. So they've kept the, I guess, old head unks like me. Yeah. And they've still gotten all the young kids, like, you know, Dope as Yola, Goblin, Eric Kahn, all these guys smoke bongs.
Right.
Like, all of them smoke bongs. That is their preferred way of smoking.
The guys who don't smoke joints aren't real stoners because we definitely smoke.
No, you guys smoke. It's just, it's
different.
I think a lot of it is you age out of bongs.
Yeah.
And then my argument is that we all should be aging back in when you have kids.
Yeah.
Because you have 40 seconds away from your children.
Right. I have no kids.
Oh, joint away, good sir.
But I still enjoy a good bong rip. And it's one of those things. And I enjoy bong rips by myself. I'm one of those guys, like if I'm just by myself chilling, I don't mind taking a bong rip. If I'm going to go wash the car or something like that, and I don't have time to roll a joint or smoke a whole joint, I'll take a bong rip. I mean, I enjoy bong rips more in the summer for some reason than I do in the winter. I don't know what that is.
I love this.
So yeah, I mean, I have so many bongs to choose from too. And sometimes I'm like, dude, I haven't fucking hit that in a long time. We got one of those metal ones that comes apart. I got a couple of those. You know, it's like I just have a huge glass collection too. I love glass. I love the experience, and I love the science of smoking too. But I really like the different experiences that you can have from different tools. I love my bubbler. I got a Chem Dog. Yeah, I got a Chem Dog bubbler and a little mini hammer that matches. And that mini hammer has been all around the world. And yeah, Greg made that custom for me, and I love that piece. That's my favorite piece.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that you have a bong, to be honest. Like, and I know you have a bunch, but that you still actively hit it. Because, like, a lot of people's favorite smokers, like, and I have no problem calling them out. Like, Dozier used to hit bongs at his sessions. Yeah. Like, recently, like, when we were still doing Hollywood ones, they had a solve out so he could try new things.
Nice.
Jordan from Blueprint still hits bongs at night. Like, it's still a part of our culture. It's just for some reason, there's like a weird taboo part of it. Like, no, they're the best. There's so much more creativity. There's so much more opportunity to try things differently. Like, weed smokes differently in different bongs. And like, there's an art aspect. It's just,
you grind your flower up before you put it in?
Matters on the bong, matters on the flower.
Yeah.
So like my car bongs, historically, I don't.
Yeah.
But I also run like a larger like gauge size on my bowl pieces.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm trying to move fast, and I also don't like want extra pieces bouncing around my trunk.
Yeah.
As clean as low profile as I can be is sort of the game.
Do you pull the ash through, or do you ash it out in ash?
I pull the ash through. Yeah, I'm a snapper.
That's a real smoker. Yeah, you gotta snap that. Yeah, you gotta snap that bong.
Like, yeah, the thing that I did under the table, for sure, that thing's completely empty.
Yeah.
No issues for sure. I was taught in a, strange as this sounds, like a group of international Asian guys that fell in love with bongs together.
Yeah.
And we all got into Kush at the same time. And one of the guys that we used to hang out with used to always say, like, finish your bowl. And this is during past culture.
Right.
But it was always finish your bowl. And one day there was someone at the table and he leans over and he goes, when I come to your house, do I ask you to take the trash out? And we all just went. So yeah, I'm a bowl snapper for sure. I carry an ash catcher with me. Just so that way, if I know I'm going to smoke 4 or 5 bong rips, like with people, I can at least keep it a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
But like I historically have a tube on me everywhere. Like at Network Show, I'll be walking around with one. At Hall of Flowers, I bring one. At the Billies, I got escorted in through security after they searched my bag. Yeah. At most events where you would never see someone walking around, I have a roar this big.
I got a great bong story.
Oh, bring.
So when I was 16 years old, we used to go over to my friend Chris's house, and we used to smoke bong rips, get in a circle, and everyone would smoke their bongs. And this guy Mike, he was infamous for drooling in the bong.
Oh, one of those.
And so my friend Chris was like, if you drool in the bong one more time, we're going to call you Drool. And I still call this guy Drool to this day. He literally drooled in the bong right afterwards. And I'm like, oh, man. And still to this day, I think of him as Drool. I can't even remember what his real name is. That's how bad it is. But yeah.
So like, I think, okay, so once again, like I think bongs are like a skill set.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to do it. Like right when you said drool, both of at the same time went.
Yeah.
And dried our mouths out completely as if we were about to take a bong rip.
Totally.
Because you know exactly what he did wrong.
Oh yeah. There was saliva in his mouth.
And like you didn't actually dry it out. And then you were trying way too hard on a bowl that you didn't need to try that hard on.
Yep. His name was Mike Clark, by the way. I just remember his name. Shout out to Mike Clark. Drool from 1994. That's a long time ago.
It's so fun when someone's been smoking longer than me.
Yeah. Nice.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's one of my like parts of this show that I was most looking forward to was like talking to someone that like has stories older than I do.
Oh yeah. We used to do hot knife hits, and I love hot. You ever do hot knife hits?
But once again, I'm from
Butter
Hawaii.
knives?
We didn't have gas stoves.
Oh wow.
So we had to
You had electric stoves.
Yeah, the coil ones.
Yeah. Those are the best. You tuck them in the electric coils.
Like your parents figure it out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because the coils all get crooked.
Or the knives start disappearing.
Yeah, like it's, what I mean? You just have that one set of knives, right?
Yeah.
Like you try and make sure you don't ruin the same sets all the time.
For sure. No, but we did because I would have kids. I was the house to hang out at after school. So everyone would come over to my house and we'd smoke and do a lot of stuff when I was in high school. And so our knives started disappearing. And it's like my parents had a lot of knives because we used to host parties at our house. And so slowly the knives started disappearing. And screens too in the sink, the little screens, because we used to use those for the pipes. All the screens in our house had been taken out because my brother and I smoked. Yeah, good times.
That's crazy. So it's funny. I took the little bottom weight off of my mom's fan in her bedroom as my first bowl piece.
Nice.
And like 20 years later, I'm cleaning out my mom's house and I look up at the fan and it's still just like a string with no weight at the bottom where it just flies when the fan's on.
Still there.
And then I'm in cleaning up everything and I actually find the pipe. So I still have it to this day. It's made from a plastic chicken McNugget toy.
Wow.
From McDonald's.
Nice.
Dated 1992.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's wild stuff. I mean, I don't live in the same house. I moved in my parents' house after my parents moved out and they moved to Texas. But in my closet, I've been out of there for like 15 years, but there was still, when we had moved in, there was still a ring on the carpet in my closet from a nitrous tank that I had when I was younger. Rust ring.
Gangster.
Yeah, a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We partied way hard all the time when I was younger. And, I've mellowed out quite a bit since I was younger. But, yeah, good times.
It's, and I said, there's eras, right?
Yeah.
Eras of partying and eras of drug use are different.
Yeah. You
ask the 60s versus the 70s versus the 80s people, everybody did it different.
I did all my really hard drugs when I was in my 20s. And then I gradually mellowed out to where I'm like weed and mushrooms. And that's, I might do a little bit of psychedelics here and there, but I pretty much, I don't even really drink anymore. Yeah, knock on wood. I really enjoy not drinking very much.
I wish I could drink. I think I'm a really fun drunk, but it hurts my stomach so much now.
Yeah.
That like, it's just not worth it.
Right.
It's probably the hardest part for me.
I lost a lot of weight. I have gout. I have ulcerative colitis. I got all these problems. And so if I don't drink, I don't have problems with gout and I don't have problems with ulcerative colitis. I've lost a bunch of weight. So why would I drink?
Yeah, problem solved.
Yeah. And I can still occasionally have a beer and I can still occasionally drink. Super Bowl, we're going to have some drinks, whatever. But it's like not a regular thing. It's a very like, okay, well, we're going to go party with friends. And I used to have a circle of friends that's all they do is drink, and so I would say most of my friends don't drink now, which is an interesting thing where I've pivoted with the group I hang around with. And a lot of them I've been friends with for years, but it's like, they don't really drink. Like we hang out, we eat good food, smoke weed, just a different vibe.
Yeah. I mean, bougie juices is the new thing.
Yeah.
Getting expensive juices with your friends is like the cool game now.
We get caviar. I like caviar. That's my thing. That's my guilty pleasure is caviar now. I prefer caviar. If I'm going to waste money, I don't smoke cigarettes. Afford caviar every once in a while.
I haven't gotten into the caviar thing. I eat it. It's good. I just
Caviar and Kush, bro. It's the best combo.
my wife calls it the I don't like it bite.
Yeah.
She's like, you can totally tell me you don't like it once you've tried it.
Yeah.
I mean, the texture thing, I can't help this. This is entirely just too funny for me. There's a guy we work with, and like I'm gonna apply this to my children for the rest of my life, where he claims that texture is his issue when he eats. So he couldn't eat all of these foods his entire life. And then as we got closer in time, I realized like none of that was true if it was covered in sugar.
Right.
If it was cake, texture didn't matter. If it was gummies, texture didn't matter. If we were eating pie with 3 different textures within it, no issue. But if it was any regular food,
yeah,
I have a eating disorder. Like,
right, wild,
out of your mind. But now that we know, we bully him.
That's good.
We bully him heavily.
Yeah,
but he eats food now.
Wow, that's what you got to do with your friends. Sometimes it takes it's bullying in a positive way. You're getting a positive outcome. You don't bully people just to bully them. That's messed up. I hate bullies that are like that. But if you're doing it out of care and out of kindness because you love the person, that's different. I feel like real friends, they talk shit to their friends. I mean, I think that real people, if you really love your friends, you're going to be authentic and you're going to talk shit with your friends. You're going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of you. And that's just part of being a good person and good friend.
The extended Green Dawg team is down 300 pounds.
Wow.
Because of positive bullying.
Nice.
Because they were unwilling to stay the same. And then they all looked at each other and were like, no, like, let's all do it. And like, I agree with you. I come from a place where like, we do talk a lot, but it is always from a place of care and concern. Because even if you don't like the person, you still got to live next to them. It's an island. But I miss positive bullying.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest shit talker, but I come from a family of big shit talking. Like literally aunts and uncles, my parents. If you were in the bathroom too long, someone would knock on the door and ask if you need a knife, that kind of shit. Like,
so I don't partake in shit talking anymore.
Yeah.
Because I was really addicted to it when I was younger. I mean, any opportunity I had, I was saying something. So now I do everything humanly possible to stay away from it. Like there's almost no negativity anywhere near me. Yeah. I don't watch scary movies, like nothing. If it's not overwhelmingly positive and wonderful, I'm usually running the other direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember my aunts and uncles, like if you would get hurt, a lot of times they would think it would be funny if you got hurt when you were a kid, like doing stupid shit, and they would all laugh at you, or my aunts and uncles were laughing at, I think it was my nieces and nephews were walking on the beach and ended up stepping on a whole bunch of broken glass, stuff that you shouldn't laugh at people over, but yet it was really funny.
No, I get it. I tell my son, and like, I'm once again, internet, please, I'm sorry. But like every time my son's doing anything stupid, I look at him and I go, you know, the rule is if you fall, daddy laughs. Because like, I'm sorry if kids falling is funny.
Yeah.
So like my first response is going to be, okay, no blood. That was hilarious. Yeah. Because they're also like, they're gummy and flexible. Like
totally.
It's fine. Like, this is how you learn. Don't do stupid things I told you to do.
Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out is the biggest, that's a good lesson to learn for everybody.
I think a lot of the people in the cannabis space and like some of the people I love the most, we love learning shit the hard way.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, there's an easy road. I'm good. I'm going to try this new road that no one's ever heard of.
We're taking the dirt road.
Yeah, we're going to take the dirt road. And it's like, why? Because it seems like the right road for me. It's calling to me.
Yeah.
Like that's what if I ever could explain what I think is the thing that makes cannabis people different, it's like they 1000%.
We had to go against the grain. For the longest time, we had to go against the grain. We had to do what other people thought was wrong because we believed it was right, regardless of financial benefit. If you were doing this, you believed it was right on some level, right? And I think that cannabis only makes the world a better place. I can argue that all day long. I've seen nothing but good things come from it. And we're the people in this industry that have been here a long time, that have been smoking cannabis for 20 plus years. I think they're a different kind of people. It's easy now, but it was tough back then.
I mean, I used to have this big argument with people that I said that people who smoked weed were the most hardcore, like drug people you could find in high schools and colleges.
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I was like, we uphold the largest risk because we have the longest window for testing.
Yeah.
All
the other guys doing coke or doing whatever drugs.
3-4 days.
Yep. They're good to go.
We were 30 days with a hair test. It was 5 years or whatever. We all were, if you smoked, you were cooked.
Yeah.
That was that. You were completely committed. Every other drug that you did, like you could still go serve in the military. You could still go do all these other things. Nah, we were set. I had decided that for the next 30 days, it didn't matter if someone tested me. Okay, here's a fun question. Were you a person who used Visine?
I've never needed Visine. I'm one of those people that have never had really red eyes. I wore glasses a lot, but I never got really red eyes unless I rubbed them. I never needed Visine.
So I don't think it's a need thing. I think your body adjusts.
Yeah.
We call it, like we used to call ourselves the red-eyed soldiers when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because like when you're younger, your eyes get a little more red, whatever else, because you're a kid, you knew it, but your body adjusts.
Yeah.
And I think that like every person I know who used Visine, they still have to use it to this day.
Wow.
The people who never used it because they were just in a group of people who were like more accepting of cannabis, nobody has issues.
We never used it. Yeah. I mean, I never used it. Some of my friends definitely did, but I never needed it. And I never got red eyes. Not from that anyway.
I mean, it's, for me, I view it as like the blessed ones, right? Like it's like the Asians who don't turn red.
Totally. Yeah. And I'm one of those from alcohol.
Just bright
red. I get red. Yeah. Like there's a pill you can take. Actually, my friend's a doctor and he's a surgeon and he has we went to the holiday party and they had pills out for people that turn red from alcohol. And I was like, I never even heard of that. But and it's an Asian thing. I mean, I don't know my genetics where that came from, but I definitely can turn red from alcohol.
I mean, my dad went 77 years without turning red from alcohol. He took a 6-month break. Mm-hmm. And now if he takes a sip of wine, he turns beet red.
Wow.
Because it was a tolerance thing.
Interesting.
He was drinking young and never stopped drinking. Yeah. And then once he was like, oh man, I'm not supposed to be drinking anymore. I'm almost 80. Then he'd have a sip of wine and he almost passes out now. Yeah.
Certain types of alcohol can give me red ears, like purple. They'll turn like purple. My fists will turn red.
I do get the ears occasionally. I can't lie. That is where the Korean comes out. No hiding here.
Wild. So what is your take on edibles?
I love them. They don't do well for my stomach, but for what they provide to the market, I think is incredible.
Yeah. I agree what they provide to the market. Now, personal consumption choice is not mine, but I think there's nothing wrong with it. But back in the day, when I was younger, we didn't even know how many we didn't talk about milligrams. It was like, how much can we put in the butter? How much is going to make it strong enough so we can get really ripped?
I had a girl break up with me over edibles.
That's amazing.
And this is after a 3-year relationship. I'll never forget this kid, Javon. He was the kid from Singapore that sold weed to everybody. Yeah. But he had this tiny little jar. I'm making the shape like everybody cares, but this is how big it was. Yeah. And he threw all his best stems in there. And that thing was just full of stems. And he put olive oil and that olive oil got dark black. Yeah. And he made brownies one day and the brownie pan was like this big. I ate one of those brownies and when my girlfriend came home to, say hi, cook dinner, whatever else, I was on the couch and my response was, and then I went to sleep. And it was one of the best days of my life. I can remember it to this day. Wow. I was so fucked up. I mean, and I've been through my fair share of things I'm not supposed to do. Sure. There are few things that will ever hit as hard as a really, really high dosed edible. Yeah. It's like the old Corova black bars. Oh yeah. It can be stronger than any psychedelic. Not any psychedelic, but it can be definitely stronger than LSD or mushrooms or anything like that. I made a terrible, terrible accident one night. I ate a black bar in the middle of the night, not knowing what it was. Yeah. I went right back to bed. Oh man. I woke up. My eyes hurt. They just hurt to open, trying to move. It was just a miserable thing. And I have a really high tolerance. I can put down 100, 200 milligrams and I'll get really high, but I can function. I'm still okay. Yeah. Too much THC though. And I can't sleep, especially with edibles. For whatever reason, it makes me so I cannot sleep. But you don't small amounts of edibles affect you though, right? Small amounts of edibles affect me. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's it affects me differently, right? Yeah. Because the 10 milligram will do nothing to me. Yeah. And 10 milligrams, I can sleep great. But if I start getting into 40 or 50, I cannot sleep at all. Yeah. So you put me anything above 200, it's as if I took a Xanax and an Ambien and drank 3 beers. I am out. Even if you need me,
Yeah.
I'm not coming back.
No, I've seen that before with some of my friends for sure. Well, we used to take Everclear and then we would put the weed in the Everclear and we would then strain it all out after putting it on a double burner for a while and then do shots of it. That stuff was strong. And then I figured out how to make a tincture before Rick Simpson oil. We were making syringes full where you would take and basically boil the ethanol out and it would be crude. We put it in syringes and then you could just do drops of that.
Oh, your first Phoenix Tears experience is humbling.
Yeah.
Most of us have had that time where you just ate that sludge and it was wild. The one we did in Hawaii actually was we got like Ritz crackers and got like a really oily, like the separated peanut butters.
Yeah.
And we were just grabbing nugs and flattening them out, putting it into the peanut butter with the cracker, and then we'd bake them.
Nice.
And nobody understood why we had to bake them. But our one homie, Denny, he always was like, oh, you got to bake them. Doesn't work if you don't bake them.
Decarb.
Looking forward, we're like, dude, this guy was a genius.
Yeah.
But we were eating these little, like, basically like Ritz crackers in Honolulu that were like just spectacular.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we were to look at the doses of what the edibles that we were making back in the day, I used to make Fruity Pebble treats. I made them for Trey Cool from Green Day a couple times. And I bet you they were 500 milligrams per piece. You know, you can't even have 10 milligrams a piece, 100 milligrams a package. That's a California metric for you, adult use.
I mean, yeah, black bars were 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah.
They were, I mean.
Those were destroyers. OG Steve, shout out to OG Steve, but his stuff back in the day, so really amazing edibles, but they were all super strong. 500 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. Destroyers, but I couldn't eat 1,000 milligrams and function. Like that's 1,000 milligrams. I got to be home.
It's like, like Punch. No one, like everybody forgets Punch was an edible company.
Yeah.
They made chocolates.
Yeah.
Like 9 little chocolates, 225 milligrams.
Yeah.
Because I would bap that whole thing.
Oof. That would get me.
And
that would get me good.
And it was this big.
Yeah.
And like this is still when I was working a dispensary floor. So like I would eat those mid shift.
Nice.
And just be floating through the day. I mean, but this is back when like Edipure was still around.
Wow.
And like, like everything was still just like sprayed edibles that nobody knew the dosing on.
Right.
And someone like Punch comes out and Kurova comes out and they're just like, oh no, you'll die.
Yeah.
And not actually die, but like, you'll weed die. You will be.
You'll weed die. You'll wish you were dead.
Yeah. You will be upside down somewhere.
Well, that's the thing with other psychedelics as opposed to cannabis. I feel like high doses of edibles can give you that paranoia. You know, I wanted to go to the hospital one time in my life from being too high on edibles. And it was actually a Trey Cool story because he was going on tour in Asia and needed Fruity Pebble treats. They couldn't smell like weed, but had to be really, really strong so they could take a small batch. And so I kept tasting them and adding more, mixing it and tasting it. And literally I had people trimming in my house and I was making edibles in the kitchen and I ended up on my bed, curled up in a ball, calling my wife like, dude, I think I need to go to the hospital. She's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I ate too many of the Fruity Pebble treats. And she fucking hung the phone up on me.
Oh, I mean, so I only have one of those experiences. Thankfully it wasn't in the cannabis space, but it was the first time probably the second time or third time I tried salvia.
Oh, wow. That'll do it.
40x salvia out of the type of tubes that I hit.
Yeah.
Fully loaded bowl.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, you don't come back from that the same. That's for sure.
It's the only time in my entire life I've yelled at my mother.
Wow.
I was in Hawaii for some reason and I took a bong rip of it in my like mom's house in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And because like we're working at a smoke shop at the time, we're always trying products.
Yeah.
And I remember climbing into bed, freaking out, just so scared, so uncomfortable, just not a feeling I've known my entire life.
Yep.
And I remember seeing a zipper that just went from like one corner of the room that went all the way up and over. And where the zipper went, like one side was black and white and one side had color. And halfway through the zipper, which felt like it took 10 minutes to happen, my mom opens the door. And I'm just like this, going, get away!
Oh, no.
And like, God bless my mother. She'd already seen me go through some pretty stupid things at that time that like, that one was the one where she goes, well, I waited till the next morning to ask you if you had a problem. And I was like, no, it's not.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. It was just like this work thing that I tried. And that's why I tried to do it at home so I could be safe. But like,
I have no interest in doing salvia. I mean, even DMT, it's like some of these guys do it recreationally. I don't think DMT is meant as something you do recreationally for fun. It's something that should be taken very seriously, and it's something that you should do in larger doses so you get the full experience.
They put it in vape pen.
It's so silly, in my opinion. You know, and the vape pens, like you can use it in a vape pen. You could potentially get there, but if you want that full melt, life-changing experience, you're not going to get that usually from doing hits off a vape pen.
Yeah, I mean, no, you got to dedicate.
Bong rips. That's the best way for DMT.
Is it really? That's terrifying.
It's absolutely. Well, because you're committed, right? So you have, and the thing is what you do is you fill the chamber up and then you exhale and then you take your hit. But once you go, there's commitment, right? And I feel like with DMT, you got to commit yourself to that journey and to that trip. It's not a long trip. Feels like a long trip, but it's really a short amount of time. But like, if you don't get enough DMT, you don't get the real benefit from it. It's not benefit. You're just wasting time. It depends on the DMT. But a good bong rip will take you there. You will get that full melt, the noises, all that. You'll go out of this plane of existence and you'll go to wherever that is. And I feel like
talk to that person that everybody talks to.
People, energy, whatever. I've had different types of trips on DMT too. So I've seen some wild things, but I don't use it as something that's a recreational, let's go have fun and do some DMT. That's just never been my jam. Cause I've had full melt experiences where I've come back and wanted to explain things. I had this experience on nitrous actually. The first time, even before DMT, I had an experience on nitrous that was exactly like a DMT trip. And I was gone and I came back and I wanted to tell my friends all these great things and this amazing experience that I had. I wanted to explain it, but I couldn't articulate it into words. And then I ended up with, we're all going to be okay. And everybody laughed it off. But it's like at the end of that was when I was probably 17 years old and I knew we're all going to be okay. At the end of all this, whatever this is, it's okay. You know, whatever your interpretation is of life after death, our existence here being a simulation, which I think is it's basically, if you say it's a simulation, you're oversimplifying so many different things that it could potentially be. Because simulation could mean Jesus Christ. It could mean the God and Jesus and the devil. That could be a simulation. So could the computer simulation, you know, and it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The video game simulation one is always going to be my favorite. That one has me howling laughing.
Yeah.
Of just like, you know, there's a guy who works at a shop who's always there and all he ever does is work at the shop. He has no family. He has no kids. He's just the guy at the shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I do not want to be the guy at the shop.
Right. Well, you know, it's like we're starting to understand what's going on a lot better. AI is going to give us a better understanding of potentially what's going on. But some of this stuff is, you can't understand it in this existence with the amount of intelligence that we have.
Yeah, see, this is where I'm going back to the too much access card from the very beginning of our conversation to loop it all back together. Not like if I had to choose, like I'm raising my kids in Papua New Guinea and we're just farming and not knowing any of this stuff exists.
Right.
I'm good. Like, I think part of the reason I work so hard still is like I'm trying to figure out how to like almost go back in time.
Well, yeah, I think the most important thing is you don't want to live in the future. You don't want to live in the past. You want to live in the present. Like that's my takeaway from all the experiences that I've had with all this stuff is be present. Be present for your kids, for your family, for your friends. It's about being present in the moment and appreciating what you have because it can all be gone in a second. And things change so quickly, so rapidly. You just want to be present and experience all this because we have one chance to experience that we know of. And it's one of those things, like if you're not present and you're too worried about what happened yesterday, or you're too worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, then you don't get to experience the beauty that happens right in this moment.
But like, what about the location piece? So like,
yeah,
it's dramatically slower in Honolulu than it is in New York City.
Sure.
So like you get to live slower.
Yeah.
Everything slows down. So you don't, you know what I mean? It's
life is longer.
Yeah. It just feels.
It feels longer, but what is time anyway? You know what I mean? Like time is all relative, right? Because you can go, I feel like whenever I get something, and part of the reason you probably don't like repetition over and over doing the same thing is because once you get locked into a repetitive life, time just flies, right? Because you're just repeating the same things and over and over. And if you're switching it up, you're traveling a lot, you're going and experience things, time slows down just a little bit. And that's special.
That's a great way to put it. I mean, now that I have children, it's the cliche is they grow up so fast.
Right.
And then they're all right. Just like, when everybody told you were going to have back pain.
Yeah.
And you were a kid and you looked at them like they were stupid. They were right. We all have back pain.
All have back pain. It sucks.
Lift with your legs. And you're like, shut up, old man. Now I'm like, yo, please lift with your legs.
Right.
It's so bad.
Getting old sucks.
Oh, it's
but it's all perspective too. Because I feel like you're 40, 42?
41. I'm gelato.
You're 41 and dude, gelato 41. I love that strain.
I'm in my gelato year.
I love, that's a good year. I'm 48, so I'm past the 47.
Mm-hmm.
We're past the mochi years.
It happens.
It happens, but I think it's all perspective too. Because I feel like in the 80s, when you're 48, you were old as fuck, and I don't feel like I'm old as fuck. You know what I mean? Because I looked at people when I was 18, and if you said you were 40, man, you were old. But that's not the case anymore. I feel like people are living and look younger, act younger. We wear the same kind of clothes we did when we were younger. It's all a mentality and a state of mind.
Yeah, I mean, I am affectionately known as Unk by most of the kids now.
Yeah. Same.
Which is fine. I understand it. And the day that it happened was the day that I found out I was smoking weed longer than they were alive.
Wow.
And these are, all the big influencer kids. And I was like, I need to stand up. Like, I need a minute. This is insanity.
Nice.
Like, you're 24. And it's like, what? I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're good. Like, what? I was like, I'm going on 30 years of smoking. I've got you.
Yeah.
I'm running you over at this point. Like,
totally.
I totally understand why we don't speak the same language when it comes to this stuff.
Well, it's so funny because growing up, I always thought I would be able to relate to the younger generation. And I feel like I don't relate to the 20-year-olds, but I'm so glad we have them on our team, especially with the social media, especially with that perspective, because you really, when it comes to marketing, you want to appeal to everybody. And that's a huge part of our demographic is getting those people to fall in love with our brands when they're younger. That's how some of the big brands and other products, that's really how they got successful.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to hang out with the older kids. And by like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
By the time I was 30, I was already trying to find like the 20-year-olds that were still having fun. And like now, still to this day, as weird as it may sound, like so many of my friends are in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like most of my team is a bunch of 20-year-olds that are all just crushing it. But that's like, I think that's sort of my secret power.
Yeah.
It's like, I still understand. I still remember. You can
still dive into it.
They're still my people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I think that with the stuff we're doing, it changes ever so fast. Like social media, you look at TikTok. I'm just learning about TikTok. It's been around forever, but not forever, but it's been around for 5 years?
Oh, longer. But I gave up on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's so far advanced to what I could get to.
Yeah.
I just went straight to Instagram and dug in there. And then when Instagram did what it does to all of us, now we all have to learn about X. But like in reality, everything comes back to the platform is irrelevant. The content is all that matters.
Yeah.
If you're posting on YouTube, if you're posting on Instagram, if you're posting on X, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
If your content's good, your content's good.
It's the message, it's the story, it's the authenticity. Those three things.
They translate.
Yep.
Just like good weed, they translate.
Just like good weed. Just like really good weed. And the thing is like, there's a big difference between average weed and good weed.
And there's a difference between good weed and great weed.
Yeah, and most people don't ever get to experience the great weed.
No, and
you don't really see it on shelves as much. You know what I mean? There's some occasionally you do, but like a lot of this stuff gets passed around, or if it does, it's gone like that.
I think I stand up for the rec a lot.
Yeah.
I will fight tooth and nail for how amazing the rec is every single day with every single person I talk to the day that I die.
I think you guys have really good flower. I think Blueprint has really good flower. I know a handful of brands that do. There's like that 1%.
Yeah, I mean, you have to fight the good fight.
Yep.
I get, I have people that are like, oh, well, it's this, it's that. I'm like, for us, we are from California for where we started our brands, for where we learned everything, for all of these things. We owe it to fight the good fight to California.
Yeah.
I owe it to every person that was before me. I owe it to every person after me to fight the fight that I believe in.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I work for Green Dawg is because, as you said, he's one of the 1%.
Yeah.
Those guys care so much and they do it to such a different level that the first time I visited their grow with no warning. I literally called them at 9:30 at night and went there at 8:30 the next morning. With no warning, it was clean. It was perfect. And the flower looked like nothing I had seen since I was a kid. And all of my emotions went through, and I was like, this is the good fight. This is something I can do till I die.
Yeah.
Like, I can run around the world politely as a fairly confident, cocky little asshole who talks about who has the best weed in the world. Because like, I truly do believe that we do. Yeah. And like, I don't think we're the only ones. I think there's a whole army of us that are building that
there's a
care
bunch
about
of good
this
flower.
stuff.
Yeah. And if you look at the Olympics finalists, like all of those guys have amazing, the best brand of 2025 that I saw flower from that I'd never heard of out of all the brands that I've known was Decibel. And I saw their flower. Amazing flower. I got
Shout
7 jars. Dude, I got 7 jars from Derek. And literally I smoked them all before everything else was gone. I smoked literally all of them. And everything about it was perfect. Like, I mean, I like the way he dries it and cures it. I like the way he trims it. I like the way it smokes in a joint. Checks all the boxes. Like, that's my style. And he's in that 1% as well.
And like, for me, like, let's take out Derek's weed. Yeah. The story prior is also absolutely bonkers. Yeah. Like, if y'all don't know, take your time. Yeah. But like,
we're getting him on a podcast.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not going to, I won't do the thing, but like, yeah, Derek and Decibel. It's just, there's a group of us. Yeah. And one of the things I talk about, and I haven't said it in public out loud, so I guess I'll say it now, is like, yeah, I really want to get at a time where we're all together. And mainly not as like a giant group, but as America. As like Europe is coming, Asia is coming, all these other places. Like, I think the people who are dedicated to growing US cannabis, like, they need to bind together to be a strong group. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Are we all in other places trying to work on other things to make sure that we can share the knowledge? No question. Yeah. But like, what makes America great is always that joke question that goes around on the memes, and like, it's the weed. Yeah. What are we talking about? It's the weed. So like, I can't wait till we're all pushing in the same direction as if it's the Olympics every year, where like, all the US guys are sharing all their stuff all the time, all the knowledge, everything humanly possible. Right. Because it's also, it's our area geographically. Mm-hmm. You have to grow differently here than you do other places.
Well, we have the best growing climate, bar none, in my opinion, between the middle of Oregon through the middle of California is the best growing climate in the world.
Yeah, I mean, like,
for cannabis.
I'm obviously I truly believe that the best weed on earth is going to come from Hawaii at some point. Yeah. I don't think it's going to come close. I don't think we figured it out yet.
Shout out to Ronnie out in Hawaii with My Genetics, who's trying to crush it out there, finding new cultivars we're trying to breed stuff specifically for Hawaii that's going to do well in high humidity environments.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hawaii's, the sun zone's better than anywhere else. Yeah. We have a perfect 12-12, 365.
Yeah, but it takes specific genetics. You can't just take OG Kush and try to grow it there and expect to get amazing flower.
No, but I think people like David from Preferred, guys like Keegan, these guys that are building these new level grows, where we can keep out a lot of those things, but still use Hawaiian water, Hawaiian sun, all of the clean things that we have, using our different lava rocks, all these other things that exist in our world. That's when I think Hawaii will be at the forefront of cannabis again.
Dave from Preferred is killing it, by the way. Killing it. I mean, just like I do, killing it, dude, on another level. I love the fact that he's killing it. And every time I see him, he has a big smile on his face. And that dude is one of the hardest workers out there.
And he's a delightful person. Yeah. Shout out to Uncle Chemo. Shout out to their entire team.
Yep. Phil.
Yeah. It's important. And like, hold on, let me make sure I do the real thing. Like, shout out to Shahi. Yeah. Like, Alex, Mike, Blaine, like their sales team. Like, I know that the growers are the thing, but like, shout out to the sales boys. You know what I mean? Like, right. We work hard. The guys that are out in the field, it's a different life that we live. Right. And there's more cultivators and there's more curators in the world, but like, the guys on the front lines, we still matter too. So 100%. Shout out to the boys. But yeah, no, Preferred, that red is synonymous now. Yeah. Like, people see that red, they know. We're trying to take green back. Blue belongs to somebody already. So like, ain't nobody coming for blue. Yeah. At least I hope not.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because what Dave can do with Light Assist and Skittles is the most impressive thing ever, because he's beating all the indoor guys out and proving that Light Assist can be grown and is equally valuable, if not more valuable, than indoor.
On certain strains, yes.
On certain strains. No, I'm not talking about
I'm
across the board,
hoping,
but
we all hope he gets it right on everything.
yeah.
Right? Because in the idea that we can all figure out a global way where,
Yeah.
someone within our group, in our world, that we've all added value to can create something that we're all going to standardize, and now we can be grown all over the world at a high level.
Yeah.
Because we can control environments while still using the sun for lowering costs.
Yep.
Anybody who's against that, like, you're not welcome. Please go away. I don't want you here. Because like, I don't know, I politely want to be part of the generation that changes the world.
Yeah. Well, I think we are.
And like,
honestly,
it sounds insane, but like my Christian conservative Korean father said to me once, he goes, your great grandfather brought Christianity to North Korea in the 1800s. He goes, your grandfather was a Christian missionary. He goes, I worked in an American job. He goes, yours was illegal. So was theirs. Like maybe there's more into this weed thing than it looks like to someone who doesn't understand. And I was like, that's probably the most introspective thing I've ever heard you say about this. Like, we're doing it. And it's, I don't know, I'm really proud of everyone I know. I'm a fan of all my people. Like, I'm a fan of yours before I'm your friend. I will stay a fan first for as long as I humanly can. Because, like, I think, I don't know, fandom's important.
Yeah, I think lifting other people up that are doing positive things in our industry is the best thing ever. I'm a huge fan of so many people. And it's like, I've had so many good guests on my show. And it's like, I learned so much about this industry by having guys like yourself on the show. And it's like, we're constantly learning and the industry is constantly evolving. So it's good to have these conversations. It's good to have podcasts because the world gets to see the industry from the people that live it.
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite line I've ever gotten, which was blissfully just standing next to Gary Vee one day, was he said, if you shot a podcast only for your grandkids to watch it, would it still be worth filming? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So like,
Was that at Hall of Flowers?
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff.
I asked him a question that he didn't answer the way that I wanted him to.
Mm-hmm.
My question was like, what percentage of revenue should we spend on branding? And his answer was, as much as you can. And I looked at him like, it's a garbage answer.
Yeah.
And then somehow or another, by the fates of the world, when I was walking out, we bumped into each other in the parking lot and I got an extra 10 minutes.
Nice.
And that's when I was like, so should I film a podcast? Should I do all these things? And I got to get in a little bit deeper, but it was like, okay, it took me another 6 years to start filming, but I didn't have kids back then.
Right. Well, if you had one piece of advice for your younger self or for your kids that are potentially coming up into this industry, what would that one piece of advice be?
Focus on learning without having to profit. Learning how to sell without a goal or learning how to grow without, expectations is how you really do something amazing.
Nice.
That's the one.
That's a good one. That's great. So if people are looking to find out more about Barney, where's the place to go?
Instagram, Barney has a Green Dawg. YouTube, Barney has a YouTube. I think I'm the only Barney in cannabis apart from Terry, obviously, from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But we look very different. And we sound completely different.
Totally.
And his name's Terry. So, like, we're good. But yeah, I think I'm the only Barney. And if there's another one, like...
The Purple Dinosaur.
It's not going to work out for you, bud. But like, yeah, that's the easiest one. Barney has a Green Dawg on IG. Anything Green Dawg, anything Turtle Pie, holler at us. We are very proud of what we do and we love it.
Gotta love the Turtle Pie. Shout out to everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thank you so much to the growers. Thank you so much to everybody who suffered. Thank you so much who suffers in the future.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
I hope I was loud enough.
You were definitely loud enough.
Okay.
You definitely checked the loud box.
I got that.
Good stuff. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you guys very much for your support. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe down below.